So in this video we have to study about cost object, cost center and cost unit, element of cost. We have already studied about the limitations of cost accounting system, installations of cost system or cost accounting system. Both are carries 6 marks, very important for your examination point of view also. Now in this video we would like to start cost object, cost center and cost unit. So without any further delay, let's get started. So first you just need to know the meaning of cost. Cost is a measurement in monetary terms of the amount of resources used for the purpose of production of goods or rendering of services. Remember, MCQ may come with this. Cost is a measurement in monetary terms of the amount of resources used for the purpose of production of goods or rendering of services. Right? In simple word, we can say cost means all the expenses, total of all the expenses. Then cost is also defined as the amount of expenditure, whether notional or actual, incurred on or attributable to a given thing or to ascertain the cost of a given thing. So you just need to remember this sentence and this. Cost in simple means the inclusive of all expenses, and cost is also defined as the amount of expenditure, notional or actual, incurred on or attributable to a given thing or to ascertain the cost of a given thing. Thus, it is that which is given or in sacrifice to obtain something. The cost of an article consists of actual outgoings or ascertain charges incurred in its production and sale. Cost is a generic term and it is always advisable to qualify the word cost to show exactly what it meant. Example is प्राइम कॉस्ट. इसको हम लोग क्वालिफाई करेंगे कॉस्ट को, सो दैट it will show the exact meaning. Prime cost, factory cost, etc. Cost is also different from value, as cost is measured in terms of money, whereas value in terms of usefulness or utility of an article. That's it. Now, element of cost. Element of cost is divided 1, 2, 3 types. First one is material, second one labor, third one expenses. Remember, cost को divide किया गया है. First तो material, then labor, then expenses. Again, material will divided into two. That is, one is direct material, another one is indirect material. And labor also divided in two types. One is direct labor, another one is indirect labor. And similarly, expenses also divided two types. One is direct expenses and another is indirect expenses. And most interestingly, if we add direct material, direct labor and direct expenses, it will be your prime cost. It will be prime cost. Prime cost. Direct material plus direct labor and direct expenses is called prime cost. And similarly, if we add indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses, it will be our overhead. It will be our overhead. ये बात आपको याद करना पड़ेगा, याद रखना पड़ेगा कि डायरेक्ट मटेरियल, डायरेक्ट लेबर एंड डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस इज कॉल्ड प्राइम कॉस्ट, एंड indirect material, indirect labor and indirect expenses is called overhead. Then what do you mean by direct material cost? Direct material cost means the cost of material which can be attributed to a cost object in an economical feasible way. In an economical feasible way. अच्छा, economical feasible way means what? Economically feasible way means possible to do easily or smoothly. The cost of material which can be attributed to a cost object in an economical feasible way or in an possible to do easily or smoothly. Then direct materials are those material which can be identified in the product and conveniently measured and directly charged to the product. ये directly charge होता है with product, directly charged to the product. Thus, these materials directly enter the product and form a part of the finished product. For example, you can say timber in the furniture making, cloth in the dress making, bricks in building a house, etc. And the following are normally classified as direct materials. First one is all raw materials like jute in the manufacture of gurney bags, pig iron in foundry, and fruit in canning industry. Then materials specifically purchased for a specific job, process, or order like glue for book binding, starch powder for dressing yarn, etc. Then parts or components purchased or produced like batteries for the transistors, radios. Primary packing materials like cartoons, wrappings, and cardboard boxes, etc. Then, what do you mean by indirect material cost? Indirect material cost means the cost of which cannot be directly attributed to a particular cost object. Indirect material are those material which do not normally form a part of the finished product, but it has been defined as materials which cannot be allocated but which can apportion to or absorbed by cost center or cost unit. These are stores used in maintenance of machinery, buildings, etc. like lubricants, cotton waste, bricks, and cement. These are all indirect material cost. Stores used by the service department, that is non-productivity department like powerhouse, boiler house, and canteen. These are also indirect material cost. Then materials which due to their cost being small are not considered worthwhile to be treated as direct material. Material which due to their cost being small, जिसका cost small है, are not considered worthwhile to be treated as direct material cost. Then what do you mean by direct labor, which is employee cost? You can say the cost of employees which can be attributed to a cost object in an economical feasible way. In simple words, it is that labor which can be smoothly identified or attributed wholly to a particular job, product, or process, or expended in converting raw material into finished goods. Wages of such labor are known as direct wages. Thus, it includes payment made to the following groups of labor. First one, labor engaged on the actual production of the product or in carrying out of an operation or process. This one is included in employee cost. Labor engaged in adding the manufacture by way of supervision, maintenance, tool setting, transportation of material, etc. Then inspection, analysis, etc. specifically required for such production. These are included in direct labor. Then what do you mean by indirect labor? The labor or employee cost which cannot be directly attributed to a particular cost object is called indirect labor. The wages of that labor which cannot be allocated but which can be apportioned to or absorbed by cost center or cost unit is known as indirect labor. In other words, paid to labor which are employed other than on production constitute indirect labor cost. Example of such labor are charge hands and supervisors, maintenance workers, men employed in service department, material handling and internal transport, apprentice, clerical staff and labor employed in time office and security office, etc. Right. Then direct or direct expenses. What do you mean by direct expenses? Chargeable expenses also. You can say chargeable expenses. Direct expenses are expenses relating to manufacture of a product or rendering a service which can be identified or linked with the cost object other than direct material cost and direct employee cost. Direct expenses include all expenditure other than direct material or direct labor that is specifically incurred for a particular product or service. Such expenses are charged directly to particular cost account concern as part of the prime cost. Right. Examples of direct expenses are excise duty, royalty, architect or supervisor fees, cost of rectifying defective work, tour and traveling expenses to the city, experimental expenses of pilot project, expenses of designing or drawings of pattern or models, repairs and maintenance of plant obtained on hire, and hire of special equipment obtained for a contract. Okay, these are called direct expenses, chargeable expenses, or you can say direct expenses. Now comes to overhead. ओवरहेड इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. इसमें आपका शॉर्ट नोट आ सकता है. शॉर्ट नोट्स, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय ओवरहेड्स? ओके, एंड शॉर्ट नोट्स कंटेन 4 marks. Short notes contains 4 marks. So what do you mean by overhead? Overhead comprise of, we know, indirect material. Overhead comprise of indirect material, indirect employee cost and indirect expenses. Remember, overhead comprise of indirect material, indirect employee cost and indirect expenses which are not directly identified or allocable to a cost object. Overhead may be defined as the aggregate of the cost of indirect material, indirect labor and such other expenses, including services as cannot conveniently be charged directly to specific cost unit, that is called overhead. Thus, overhead are all expenses other than direct expenses. Overhead में सब कुछ expenses add होगा other than direct expenses. सब कुछ expenses add होगा other than direct expenses. In general term, we can say overheads comprise all expenses incurred for or in connection with the general organization of the whole or part of the undertaking, that is the cost of operating supplies and services used by the undertaking, and includes the maintenance of capital asset right? Then prime cost. Prime cost means the aggregate of direct material, direct labor and direct expenses is called prime cost. Generally it constitute 50% to 80% of the total cost. Maximum cost constitute कर रहा है prime cost. Generally it constitute 50 to 80% of the total cost of the product. As such, it is primary to the cost of the product and called prime cost. Right. Then cost object. Cost object is a technical name for a product or a cost object is nothing but a technical name for a product or a service, a project, a department or any activity to which a cost relates. Therefore, the term cost should always be linked with a cost object to be more meaningful. Remember, the term cost should always be linked with a cost object to be more meaningful. Establishing a relevant cost object is very crucial for a sound costing system. Establishing a relevant cost object is very crucial for a sound costing system. The cost object could be defined broadly or narrowly. Cost object को broadly define किया जा सकता है या फिर narrowly define किया जा सकता है. And at a broader level, a cost object may be named as a cost center. Broader level में cost object को cost center कहा जाता है. Whereas at a lower most इट मे बी कॉल्ड एज कॉस्ट यूनिट। ब्रॉडर लेवल में कहा जाता है कॉस्ट सेंटर, एंड इन द लोअर मोस्ट इट कॉल्ड कॉस्ट यूनिट। यू कैन नोट इट सिंपल। ब्रॉडर कंसेप्ट में ये हो जाएगा आपका कॉस्ट सेंटर, ओके। एंड लोअर मोस्ट में लोअर कंसेप्ट में कहा जाए तो कॉस्ट यूनिट, ओके। देन cost center very important for your examination point of view also. It may comes with 6 marks and also may come with short notes, may comes with short 6 marks, or you can say comes with short notes for 4 marks, right? So very important for your examination point of view. Cost center means, as per CIMA, cost center as a location, a person or an item of equipment, or you can say a group of them, in or connected with an undertaking in relation to which cost are certain and used for the purpose of cost control. ये कॉस्ट सेंटर यूज किया जाता है कॉस्ट कंट्रोल करने के लिए। कॉस्ट सेंटर एक लोकेशन हो सकता है, ए पर्सन हो सकता है, और यू कैन से एन आइटम ऑफ इक्विपमेंट, और यू कैन से ग्रुप ऑफ देम। आइटम ऑफ इक्विपमेंट हो सकता है, या फिर ग्रुप ऑफ इक्विपमेंट हो सकता है, या फिर ये सब मिलाकर एक है तो फिर कॉस्ट सेंटर कहा जाएगा। इन और कनेक्टेड विथ एन अंडरटेकिंग इन रिलेशन टू व्हिच cost are certain and used for the purpose of cost control, right? The determination of suitable cost center as well as analysis of cost under cost center is very helpful for periodical comparison and control of cost. So in order to obtain the cost of product or service, expenses should be suitably segregated to cost center. कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट पाने के लिए सर्विस और या फिर सर्विस को ऑब्टेन करने के लिए एक्सपेंसेस को सुइटेबली सेग्रीगेट किया जाता है टू कॉस्ट सेंटर। द मैनेजर ऑफ ए कॉस्ट सेंटर इज हेल्ड रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर कंट्रोल ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑफ हिज कॉस्ट सेंटर। जो भी मैनेजर है हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द कंट्रोल ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑफ हिज कॉस्ट सेंटर, उसके कॉस्ट सेंटर के अंडर जो भी कॉस्ट है उसको कंट्रोल करने का दायित्व है सच मैनेजर ऑफ कॉस्ट सेंटर, राइट? द सिलेक्शन ऑफ सुइटेबल कॉस्ट सेंटर और कॉस्ट यूनिट फॉर व्हिच कॉस्ट आर टू बी ascertained in an undertaking depend upon a number of factors such as organization of a factory, condition of incidence of cost, availability of information, requirement of costing, and management policy regarding selecting a method from various choice. So cost center may be production cost center, operating cost center, or process cost center depending upon the situation and classification. Cost center may be production cost center, ये प्रोडक्शन कॉस्ट सेंटर हो सकता है, ऑपरेटिंग कॉस्ट सेंटर हो सकता है, या फिर प्रोसेस कॉस्ट सेंटर हो सकता है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द सिचुएशन एंड क्लासिफिकेशन, राइट? देन cost center are of two types. One is personal, another one is impersonal. A personal cost center consists of person or group of persons, and an impersonal cost center consists of a location or item of equipment or group of equipment. In a manufacturing concern, the cost center generally follow the pattern or layout of the department or sections of the factory, and accordingly there are two main types of cost center, which is called, first one is production cost center, another one is service cost center. One is production cost center, another one is service cost center. What do you mean by production cost center? These centers are engaged in production work. that is engaged in converting the raw material into finished product. For example, machine shop, welding shop, etc. And what do you mean by service cost center? These centers are ancillary to and render service to production cost center. For example, plant and maintenance, administration, etc. Okay, and these are two main types of cost center. First one is production cost center and second one is service cost center. The number of cost center and the size of each vary from one undertaking to another and are dependent upon the expenditure involved and the requirement of the management for the purpose of control. Okay, so this is called cost center. And now we jump into another important point, that is responsibility center. Responsibility center, this one also very important for the examination point of view. This may come with 6 marks. So what do you mean by responsibility center? It may comes 6 mark, or also you can say short notes with 4 marks. ये शॉर्ट नोट 4 मार्क्स वाला आ सकता है या फिर 6 मार्क्स वाला क्वेश्चन. ओके, सो responsibility center in cost accounting denotes a segment of a business organization for the activities of which responsibility is assigned to a specific person. Responsibility center in cost accounting में क्या होता है? A segment of a business organization, a segment of a business organization for the activities of which responsibility is designed to a specific person. Okay, thus a factory may be split into a number of centers and a supervisor is assigned with the responsibility of each center. All costs relating to the center are collected and the manager responsible for such a cost center judged by reference to the activity levels achieved in relation to cost. Even an individual machine may be treated as a responsibility center for cost control and cost of production. This is called a responsibility center. Responsibility center means a segment of a business organization for the activities of which responsibility is designed to a specific person. Responsibility is assigned to a specific person. Then profit center. Profit center means what? Profit center is a segment of a business that is responsible for all the activities involved in the production and sales of product, system and services. Thus, a profit center encompasses both cost that it incurs and revenue that it generates. Profit center, you can say, encompasses both cost that it incurs, जो भी cost incur हो रहा है, and revenue that it generate, and जो भी revenue generate हो रहा है, and जो cost incur हो रहा है, spending हो रहा है, that is called profit center. Profit center are created to delegate responsibility to individuals and measure their performance. प्रॉफिट सेंटर इसलिए बना गया है वो ताकि डेलीगेट कर सके रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू इंडिविजुअल्स एंड मेजर देयर परफॉर्मेंस. इन द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अकाउंटिंग, profit center are sometimes also responsible for the investment made for the center. The profit is related to the invested capital. The profit is related to the invested capital. Such a profit center may also be termed as investment center. Investment center. So, what do we know from profit center? Profit center encompasses both cost that it incurs and revenue that it generates. Okay, then comes to another important topic, that is cost unit. Cost unit. Cost unit means what? Cost unit is a device for the purpose of breaking off or separating cost into smaller subdivisions attributable to product or services. Cost unit को क्या? Cost unit means what? Is a device. वो इसलिए for breaking up या फिर separating cost into smaller or sub divisions attributable to product or services. Cost unit can be defined as a unit of product or service in relation to which costs are ascertained. The cost unit is the narrowest possible level of the cost object. Remember, the cost unit is the narrowest possible level of cost object. It is the unit of quantity of product, service of time, or combination of these in relation to which cost may be ascertained or expressed. We may, for instance, determine service cost per ton of steel, per ton kilometer of a transport service, or per machine hour. These are called cost unit. Sometimes a single order or contract constitute a cost unit, which is known as a job. A batch which consists of a group of identical items and maintains its identity through one or more stage of production may also be taken as a cost unit. So there are few examples. First one is industry product and defined in cost unit. First, automobile defined as number of vehicles. Automobiles defined as number of vehicles. केबल मीटर्स किलोमीटर में डिफाइन किया जाता है. सीमेंट को टन में डिफाइन किया जाता है. केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स को लीटर किलोग्राम टन के हिसाब से डिफाइन किया जाता है. गैस को यू कैन से क्यूबिक मीटर. ओके, देन पावर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को किया जाता है किलोवाट आवर टन लीटर टन. This is called cubic meter. Then power electricity called kilowatt hour. Then transport को किया जाता है टन किलोमीटर, पैसेंजर किलोमीटर. देन हॉस्पिटल को कहा जाता है पेशेंट डे. होटल कॉल्ड बेड नाइट. एजुकेशन स्टूडेंट ईयर. देन अगर कुछ टेलीकॉम है तो टेलीकॉम को कहा जाता है नंबर ऑफ कॉल्स. एंड बीपीओ सर्विस को कहा जाता है अकाउंट्स हैंडल. एंड प्रोफेशनल सर्विस को कहा जाता है चार्जेबल आवर्स. सो ये सब कॉस्ट यूनिट में डिफाइन किया जाता है. ऑटोमोबाइल, केबल, सीमेंट, केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स, गैस, पावर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, ट्रांसपोर्ट, हॉस्पिटल, होटल, एजुकेशन, टेलीकॉम, बीपीओ सर्विस एंड प्रोफेशनल सर्विस. इसको कहा जाता है इन टर्म्स ऑफ कॉस्ट यूनिट. ऑटोमोबाइल को नंबर ऑफ व्हीकल्स, केबल को मीटर किलोमीटर्स, सीमेंट को टन, केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर्स को लीटर किलोग्राम या फिर टन, गैस को कहा जाता है क्यूबिक मीटर, पावर एंड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को कहा जाता है आवर में, किलोवाट आवर में. ट्रांसपोर्ट को कहा जाता है इन कॉस्ट यूनिट टन किलोमीटर, पैसेंजर किलोमीटर. हॉस्पिटल को पेशेंट डे, होटल को बेड नाइट. ऐसे टेलीकॉम को नंबर ऑफ कॉल्स, बीपीओ सर्विस अकाउंट हैंडल एंड प्रोफेशनल सर्विस को कहते हैं चार्जेबल आवर्स. ओके, सो दिस इज इट ऑल अबाउट cost center, cost unit, cost object and element of cost. Okay, so I have underlined the important sentence. You just need to remember all such things and make short notes. And also you just need to remember this इंडस्ट्रियल प्रोडक्ट एंड इट्स कॉस्ट यूनिट. MCQ में कॉम्स MCQ आ सकता है. इसके अंदर MCQ आ सकता है. ओके, सो अगेन इसके नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम लोग शेयर करेंगे अबाउट कॉस्ट एलोकेशन, कॉस्ट अपॉर्शनमेंट, कॉस्ट एब्जॉर्प्शन, कन्वर्शन कॉस्ट, कॉस्ट कंट्रोल, planning, communication, motivation, appraisal and reporting. Then what are the advantages of cost control, what are the advantages of cost reduction, and what are the difference between cost control and cost reduction. So for now, thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for your support. Happy studying.